Bloom is a $100 million Amazon business, and this is my monthly reminder that Bloom is a 10-year overnight success. Here are some other reminders. Amazon is the greatest arena that has ever existed in commerce. If you win on Amazon, all retailers will call you wanting your product. If you win on Amazon, consumers will see that, rightfully so, as validity and credibility that your product is the real deal. Winning on Amazon is one of the foundational things that made Bloom what it is today. And we didn't start competing 6 years ago trying to be the #2 energy drink on Amazon. We started 6 years ago with a greens powder, and we competed in the spirulina category because we saw that as a massive white space where nobody was competing. And if you win in these niche categories of Amazon, Amazon will see you as a winning product and push you to more consumers. It's like a social media. It has an algorithm, and you need to treat it that way. So just like how you think about business, where you're constantly giving up the good for the great and going after greater challenges, greater arenas, you think of Amazon as you start in niche categories, you win in those categories, and then you go after larger and larger categories, and that is how you eventually become the #2 selling energy drink on Amazon. It's a 6-year strategy. Buckle up. It is fucking worth it. And you will look back and be like, oh my God, how did this all happen? And it's because you just locked in for this journey. I'm rooting for you. I'm Greg Levesque. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bloom Nutrition. We've got this. I graduated college with a 2.4 GPA. According to this academic society, I was never going to be even close to successful. This year, my business, Bloom Energy, will do over $600 million in revenue. And that's because business is learned in the arena. I ran into the arena and I learned what worked. I learned what didn't work, and I doubled down on what was working, and I stopped doing what wasn't working. And that is how this is learned. You build up wisdom and you continue to connect the dots and go after bigger and bigger moonshots. Business is learned in the arena. You are letting your insecurities control you. Put those insecurities in a blender, pour them down the drain, because 2026, there's no small moves. But if you are not building in public in 2026, you are absolutely playing yourself. This is no BS. I am the CEO and co-founder of the fastest growing energy drink in the country right now, Bloom Energy, and we've been building in public for the last 10 years. Every time we have a record sales day, we announce it, and it creates enough validity and credibility for another record sales day. When I hit 100K followers on Instagram, I announced it loud and proud. That day, we had record follower growth. If you are not announcing your wins from the rooftops, from the mountaintops in 2026.
One of the old school ways to get a buyer's attention at a retailer was just, let's just say we're talking about Target. You would buy the billboards in Minneapolis for your brand. And then they would be like, I'm seeing this brand everywhere. Like, how I should probably call them up and try to get them in my store. Because you always want a scenario where the buyer's calling you and you're not calling the buyer, because then you're gonna have the leverage. And so how we did that in 2022 or 2023 was we would find the buyer and who they followed on Instagram. And then we would sign all of those influencers. And they'd be like, I'm seeing this product all over Instagram. Everyone I follow is talking about it. Can we have a meeting? Because I want to get this on my shelves. So that was always the best way to get somebody who is, Illuminati to us, get their attention.
Fam, future you is begging you to not take your foot off the gas. The amount of entrepreneurs I know who gave up right before the rocket ship blasts off to the moon. If you took a huge W or earned a huge W yesterday, today's scoreboard starts at 0. The monster respawns each morning. Keep that momentum compounding, and that's how you're gonna be unrecognizable in 6 months and look completely different by Christmas 2026. I'm rooting for you. I'm on your team. Let's get it. Let's crush our goals. The next 6 months are all ours. You can completely change the trajectory of your life in the next 6 months. Christmas 2026 is 6 months away. You can and you should be unrecognizable in 6 months. You can have a completely different job trajectory. You can have a completely different physique. You can live in a totally different state. Christmas 2026 is 6 months away. You can and you should be unrecognizable in 6 months. You can have a completely different job trajectory. You can have a completely different physique. You can live in a totally different state. You can completely change the trajectory of your life in the next 6 months. I have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a crazy amount of people. I'm super fired up about it. Started this channel to hand down the baton to the next generation of entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs, and hopefully you guys can be further ahead than I am by 31 years old, or further ahead than you are when you're 10 years into your career, because I already learned the lessons and tribulations for y'all. So keep on watching the videos, keep on letting me know what you want to see, keep on letting me know how I can make the channel better, because that's the whole freaking point. Crush your day.
Everybody, especially with the digital brand, should be chasing validity with everything that they have, because you are still just like the random Instagram brand. You are still like the random influencer that made a CPG product, and you need to find words of validity or statements of validity that you can attach to your brand as often as possible to be associated with, you know, the big brands that people don't question buying. What is more valid than we've had to restock this 3 times? Restock is the most powerful word in validity marketing. Right? Then people know, oh, somebody bought this so many times that it's sold out 3 times and now it has restocked.